I was there when he got, uh, when we gutted him. The only broadhead in there was mine. Matter of fact, I've still got it, still covered in blood. I mean, I could clean it and rebuild it,
Hmm.
uh, Spitfires for the win, and go put it right back and use it now. But yeah, there was nothing wrong with him. Um, no bruising on him anywhere. Like I said, I just think he ran himself ragged, and that sun felt good, and he was going to lay down there and take a nap. He didn't expect me to come along, or any of us to come along, for that matter.
So I wonder if that's where he was disappearing to too. Like maybe that was his area that he just went to every time that you would lose him. I wonder if that's where he was going.
Well, it's very possible, because I mean, it's the far it's one of it's I don't know. He was probably 100 yards, 75 yards from the property line. Um, so it's very possible, because, like I said, nobody went back here. It was really quiet. There's no reason the path ends right there. So there's no reason for any of us to go back.
Right. And he probably knew that. I mean, through years of being on that farm, he knew that. And I get maybe that's where he was going the entire time, and you just happened to catch him at the right time, right spot. It's kind of like the Tootsie Roll commercials. The world may never know, but it's
Yeah,
that's interesting that that you come across him there, but didn't you say though you got a photo of him on a poison ivy, like a recent photo of him before that
yep,
happened? Yeah.
yep. I think it was November 27th, and November 29th is when I killed him.
Mm-mm-mm. So he's back in the area. That's interesting. Well, the whole story is interesting. Just the fact of how it all went down. And I understand like trying to get the photos, or not the photos, but like the have a video of it, because honestly, how many deer hunters have you said this to? And they looked at you, said, "Okay, bullshit. What happened? What really happened?"
To be honest, I don't tell. I'm like, yeah, man, I shot a nice buck. And I leave it at that. Because if I'm like, yeah, I snuck down this hill, crunching through leaves, the only guys that I've ever told are the guys that hunt there with me. Because, well, two of them was there. One of them, my buddy, I called him on the phone. He was in Kentucky, I believe, and I told him, and he's like, I've seen that, Adam. I've seen a big buck go across the field and just stop because it was wore out and just laid down. I mean, like I said, I hunt with a great.
Mhm.
They're all friends. You know what I mean? I consider us all family. If I need anything, if they need anything, they know, phone call, I'm there. When I got it back, we played poker that Friday night. Uh, I mean, I had the headset in there. Everybody looked at it. It just, like I said, it's a real proud moment. Biggest deer I've ever shot and killed, and shot at.
Well, you earned it, buddy.
And for it to happen that way, it just,
Yeah, it's not. There's certain species that stocking up on animals hard, regardless of whatever species it is. Some are a little bit easier than others. Whitetail, I think, is probably one of the hardest ones to sneak up on. They're cagey animals. They're ready to. The wind blows the wrong direction, they're gone, right?
yeah,
Here's something they don't like, they're gone, right? Just just the fact that all those variables just came together, and just everything went perfect that day for you. And I couldn't be more happy for you, because that's a dandy buck, and that's an even better story to go along with it. Just how that went down, man. That is something to be proud of, my man. Um, if I didn't have my own crazy story, I don't I'd almost have to say, okay, now what really happened? But no, I think every hunter, if you've done it long enough, you're going to have that experience where everything just went right. Like it didn't, like it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have
no,
gone right. It just shouldn't. We shouldn't even be having this conversation, because typically this doesn't happen. But for whatever reason, everything came together that day. Call it divine intervention, call it coincidence, call it just pure sheer luck, whatever you want to call it. It came together that day, and you tagged a great specimen of an Ohio whitetail buck, my man.
absolutely.